Well, guys, after a pretty significant debate between me and the wifey, we have settled on a name for the new coach. Yes, say hello to Delia. Yeah, it was quite the debate, but I like Delia. Yeah, I like it. Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning back in here. I got hopefully a fun video today. It's all about Delia, which yes, her name is Delia. Thank you, Rachel, for that one. Like I said, definitely a homage to the late great Catherine O'Hara. Phenomenal actress, and her role in Beetlejuice was quite amusing. And when she reprised that role, she cranked the crazy up even higher. I absolutely loved her and loved the film. So yeah, Delia is the chosen name. Well, we got to get a few things done on her before we can really do anything else around here. There. I'm going to try to get some of my tools put away. I don't know if you guys seen in the last video or not. Notice that there's this giant snap-on toolbox in here now. This is not a recent purchase. I've actually had this box for a few years. It was at work, and honestly at work, I have a US General 6 Series toolbox. I don't know, probably like this wide. Not quite as deep as this one, but it's in my van. And between that and a couple tool bags, that pretty much holds all my tools I need day to day at work. This thing there wasn't a whole lot of tools in this box, and it's a big box. It's their 6-foot box. It's the Master Series. I was a sucker when I seen it. The black and copper just did it for me. So yeah, I ended up bringing this home because I had way too many tools at home and not enough place for them. So my little tool cart, which is not really a tool cart by today's standards anymore, it's more of a small box. It's at work, and then I brought this home, which this was quite amusing seeing it in the back of the Nissan. I had the Nissan on the bump stops, and this was empty. That was fun. But yeah, anyway, I was just trying to get some tools put away, and I just keep throwing stuff on top of it, and I need to get some of the stuff put away. But today, we are going to get the oil leak fixed on Delia. So that way I can move her around. Because right now, I'm afraid to start it again because of how bad the oil leak is. So we'll get that fixed. And hopefully in this video, before this video is over with, we'll have it on the road. Get the brakes fixed, the exhaust fixed, oil leak obviously, with an oil change along with the oil leak repair. Got the gaskets right here for the oil leak. Yeah. And then the body work. Now, I'm going to do a few things that people may not completely agree with or may cause a little concern. I'm going to say it right now. The Deadwood is going nowhere. I'm not scrapping it. I'm not getting rid of it. Here soon, the Deadwood's getting pulled in the garage, and the Deadwood's not leaving until it's done. Paint, interior, primarily I think the roof repair, all the rust repair, the doors, rockers, etc. Paint it and then do the interior, and then the Deadwood can go back out on the road. So yeah, we are going to steal the hood, the headlight, and the fender off of the Deadwood to put on Delia. The same body, why not? That gives me time to shop around for a headlight, primarily the headlight. That's what seems to be one of the most expensive things right now. I'm hoping I can find a fleet sitting in a small junkyard somewhere, and the guy, going there like, yeah, $50, you take it out. I'm not paying $250 for a headlight assembly. That's ridiculous. I know this body was a semi-limited run from 93 to 96. That's 4 model years. But there's a metric ton of those Fleetwoods out there, and there's a ton of them wrecked. There's no reason to be charging that much money for these body parts. It's ridiculous. I know, somebody sold a Fleetwood for $1 million at Barrett Jackson or whatever auction. That was just a couple people who got drunk and wanted Grandpa's car back, reliving their childhood or whatever. And I'm sure those people, whoever bought that $1 million Fleetwood, I'm sure that guy regrets it. He woke up the next morning hungover like, oh fuck, what's this Fleet doing in my garage? Don't get me wrong, it was a beautiful, clean car, but was it worth $1 million? To me and probably 99% of the Cadillac lovers out there, no. But to two guys, to one guy it was worth $1 million, to another guy it was worth almost $1 million, because there was a bidding war that drove this thing to a mill. Kind of ridiculous. Anyway, enough of that. I'm gonna get some tools picked up, and then we're gonna get out under Delia and get this oil leak fixed and get our oil change done. And then we'll talk about the next steps, because I got a lot going on, a lot of cool stuff going on. I even got a little surprise for Delia. She doesn't know it yet. They're still in the back of the Traverse. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. So let's get busy and get this oil leak fixed.
Oh, hey. Oh, cool. Still works. Looks like I accidentally left it underneath the car here. That's not good, but it still works, so that's cool. Anyway, here we are under the car. One thing I didn't grab was some rags. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got rags. I forgot I had these. These are I like the neoprene rubbery worky gloves. It's not cold out here right now, but it's not warm either. I think it's like 49. Those keeping track at home, timeline references or whatever. Let's see here. I've really got to stop saying what I'm thinking. Just keep my mouth shut till I'm done thinking. Anyway, we brought the car home Saturday. The last video, the video you guys seen was recorded Sunday and then listed or publicized Monday. And today is Thursday. Give you guys time reference. And I haven't been out here to work on this thing since Sunday because, well, it's northern Ohio and it's kind of springtime. It's trying to be springtime. So we had Sunday was pretty nice, and then Sunday evening it was like the bottom dropped out of the thermometer and it went to like 20s. Ridiculous. For a couple days. Today wasn't a whole heck of a lot better, but it has warmed up this afternoon, which has been kind of nice. So I thought, get home. My original plan was to work on the Humvee or the Hummer, But then I decided I think I should get this oil leak fixed first. So what we're gonna do right now, we'll go ahead and open up the oil pan too. We're gonna let this thing drain. And then we'll go inside and chat for a minute while this thing drains. Talk about the future. Yeah. Maybe if I can get my, there we go. You guys change your own oil. This oil filter wrench right here runs on a 3/8 drive. These are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal oil wrenches. Oil filter wrenches. There. I'll let that go. I'm happy to see there was some oil in there. All right, I'll see you guys in the garage.
Okay, we're back in the garage. Back to chatting. Just for a few minutes while that drains out. So, the tentative game plan right now. My plan is this weekend, this upcoming weekend, like I said, it's Thursday evening tonight. I won't be able to work tomorrow on anything. I've always been semi-limited to when I can come out here and work ever since David has arrived. He needs a little attention. He's just turned 2, so I can't just let him go play while I go work on stuff. Gotta keep an eye on the kid. So basically right now, Monday and Tuesday evenings after work, I can come out here and work. Rachel's home those 2 days. Today, she got done a little early. Didn't have anything special going on Thursday. No events tonight. So she got home just before I did. Allowed me to come out here and work. Saturdays are a no-go for me unless I have somebody to watch David, which her parents generally will step in for me on that and let me come out here and work, and they get to hang out with their grandson. Rob, Sherry, hi, thank you. And then Sundays, I get to come back out here for a little bit after she gets home from work. She goes into work Sunday mornings for the brunch, puts on the brunch, and then comes home. So I only have snippets of time to work on anything out here. So bearing that in mind, I've got to get this H3 done. I'm this close to getting it done. I've got everything I need. I got to put an evap vent valve on it, button up some wiring, put the tires on it, put wiper blades on it, the license plate light, and the backup camera. It's done. I'm hoping to knock that out this weekend. So I don't know how soon you guys are going to see this video from when I started it, but get this thing out of here this weekend. And then I have to, you guys haven't seen it yet, but there's been this blue blob in the middle of the garage. That is Rachel's vanity. It's a beautiful, like 30s era vanity. And I'm going to sand it down, stain it, and then get it upstairs in the bedroom for her so she has a place to do her hair and makeup in peace. Have everything in one place, not, sometimes she does her makeup in the living room, little hand mirror, she's on the couch, I'm like, I want you to have your spot. I want you to have your own spot. That's all you. So we're gonna knock that out. That's gonna be a day, realistically. It's in really, really good shape. So all I have to do is just scuff it down so it's an even grain, stain it, clear it, let it dry. It goes in the house. Once that's done, I gotta get her Buick in. She had a little oopsie over the winter, caught some black ice, and knocked the front bumper off the Buick. Not a big deal. It looks ugly as sin, but thankfully nothing structural. It was just the plastic. It just caught the front of it, and it was like -3 that day, so the bumper just exploded, shattered. So that'll be probably a day's worth of work there, popping the bumper on. Ironically, she needs an evap vent valve as well. Actually, like 3 of my vehicles do. The Traverse does as well. So we'll get that thing knocked out, change the oil, do a few things, get it cleaned up for her for spring, and get Mama her car looking good and back in her hands. Once that's done, I got to pull the traverse in here. EVAP vent valve. I got to do an oil change. And I got to fix the exhaust. I got this horrible rattle and drone bullshit nightmare that I've had in this traverse for like 3 years. And I'm finally over it. I got to get it fixed. It's gotten worse and just, it's obnoxious. So I got to get that fixed. Once those items are done, then the Deadwood comes in. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna pull a Deadwood in right away, but Delia becomes a little bit more important. And I'm gonna try to work on Delia in between all those other projects as well. The exhaust, the brakes, and swapping body panels. I wanna get Delia on the road. And that's step one. Get the exhaust, brakes, body panels, and this oil leak fixed. Then Delia's getting bagged. It's gonna be a quick bag job. I'm not cutting anything besides the front pockets. I gotta cut the front spring pockets to fit the airbag in. That's almost necessity. So I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna bag it. I've got all kinds of spare parts sitting up there. You see there's an airbag sitting there. There's multiple airbags sitting down there. Robbie, my homie, best friend, buddy, brother, he's hooking me up with a set of valves he's had for a while that he's not using right away. I got 6 compressors in the Deadwood, and I installed 6. Those 2 Chinese compressors, they're just too loud, and they sit out. They drove me nuts. I unplugged them, so they're just sitting there right now. But putting those under the casket floor in Delia, behind the partition wall, under the casket floor, they won't be as noisy back there. So I'm gonna pull those out of the Deadwood. They're going in Delia. 5-gallon air tanks on its way. I got spring cups. Rear spring cups came in. They're in that box right there. Plan is I got a set of 5.5s, the original 5.5 airbags I put in the front of the Deadwood. My plan is they're going in the rear. That's going to be a test. That'll be the next video I put out when we bag it. I'm going to test to see if those 5.5s will lift the rear of Delia up. I can tell you just by using a floor jack, picking the front of Delia up is almost everything that 3-ton floor jack has. Picking the rear up, it's like picking up any other car. So I'm hoping the 5.5s will have enough oomph to lift the rear up. I know in the Deadwood, which it's an unfair comparison because the Deadwood has 8-inch airbags, normal height 60 to 70 psi, and the rear of that car's up. I can skate it at like 30 psi in the rear. So I'm hoping 60 to 80 psi, it'll lift the back of Delia up, and that'll just save me money on having to buy bags. I will more than likely take the 9-inch airbag, or I'm sorry, the 7-inch airbags out of the front of the Deadwood, take those airbags out, put Delia's coil springs in the Deadwood, so that way she can still move, and then Delia will be bagged. With the rim and tire selection I have for it, I don't need to cut anything else to make it sit low. You'll see. By the end of the video, hopefully you'll see that. I'm really, really excited about these. Some OG stuff here. OG stuff. Yeah, it should be a damn good time. Anyway, we've been rattling on for about 10 minutes. Let's get back under Delia and get this oil leak fixed.
All right. You get a lot more done if you weren't sitting around talking so damn much. Yeah, I know. Pardon me, I'm gonna steal the light for a second. BRB. I'm gonna get see if I got a new washer for this drain plug. That one's looking a little rough. Get back in here, come on. Oh, that stinks. I'm all out of my normal, the nice neoprene impregnated washers. So we're gonna have to go with a soft copper until I restock on that. So hopefully this will be suitable to seal the oil panel, which it should be. All right, well, this sucks. I have one Allen socket here at the house. Is it the right size? Of course it ain't. I don't know how all my Allen sockets ended up at work, but they have. I have a 5/16 here, which I know that's primarily here for doing brakes, but I have multiple rails of Allen sockets. Oh, that I wish I had right now. Oh my. I was really hoping those bolts would be kind of loose. That would explain why this thing was leaking so bad. But they definitely are not. Can't make anything easy on us. All right. We got that down now. Okay. And looks to be an O-ring up here. Uh-huh. Yep. Oh. Oops. Hopefully you guys got to see that when it came out, but the O-ring was pointing this way, but there's a break in it. That thing's rock hard. And it's got a little bit of flex, but not much. But yeah, there was a break in the O-ring, and it was pointing. That brake was pointing right in that corner, so definitely there's our oil leak. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, got the housing all cleaned up, ready to go back in. Now it's just time to break out some gaskets. Let me Hey, there you guys are. There we go. Well, come on. Get my butt kicked by a freaking box. Go figure. Okay. Let's see. We need one of these three. Well, it's going to be this one. That's the big one. Yeah. There we go. Just get that in place. And then we need that gasket right there. Oddly enough, the one thing they didn't include in this kit is the O-rings that go right here. You see those green O-rings right there? They didn't include it in this kit. I wonder what the hell's up with that. Huh. That gasket's, that's a thick boy. Okay, well, this is either gonna work or it's not, right? Get these bolts cleaned up. And we'll, get the bolts started in the housing, so that way it keeps that gasket located. Find our Allen wrench, there it is, and we'll shove it back in the hole. Here we go. Okay, cool. Pro tip, if you're doing this at home yourself, take the top line off first and then the bottom line before you drop the housing down. It's a lot easier, as you guys seen. And then when you go to put it back together, put the bottom line on first and then the top line. Trust me, it'll go back together a lot easier. Oh, okay. That's on. And I need my oil filter. A little oil on the O-ring there. I don't want to put a dry O-ring on. Now for those who don't want to, if you have one of these adapters are leaking and you don't want to fix it, you just want to make it stop leaking, I guess I should take it off. The piece that this oil filter threads into right there on the adapter, that can be unbolted. Remove the adapter, get all the gaskets and stuff out of there, and then thread that piece you took out of the adapter, thread it back up in the block, and the oil filter will spin directly onto the block. And no more leak. So, all right. We got that fixed. Now we got to put the line holder on, but then I'm going to position the camera so you guys can watch for the leak. And then we'll go put some oil in it and see if it leaks. All right, guys. Got everything back together. 5 quarts of fresh dino juice in the old pan here. If you remember right, that oil leak was right up there. So I think I got you guys in a good position here. Oh, even better. Oh, right there's even better. Okay. Just like that. There we go. Right there is where the oil leak was last time. So I'm gonna go start the car up, and Pete, do me a favor. Yell if you see that thing leaking. Okay, guys, here we go. Well, good news is the phone's not covered in oil, so I don't see any new oil. So let's check it out. Well, guys, that is awesome news. No oil leak. So, yeah, we can get you out of that light. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. So now we have a mobile hearse. We can move it around without worrying about it puking its guts out. Next thing we gotta do, exhaust and brakes. Probably a new belt. You guys heard that thing is squeaking pretty good. That doesn't look like that's our only oil leak though, but that's our major oil leak. We do have a couple little tiny, it looks like maybe, I don't know, you guys can't see it, but looks like maybe the front China wall of the intake might be leaking. I think I have a power steering leak on one of the hoses. Possibly one of those oil lines is leaking, so we might end up having to take the oil lines back off and can put new ones on. But those oil lines are fairly inexpensive, so not a huge deal. Yeah, that's an oil line that's oil leak fixed. I know I probably got an hour of footage. I need to condense down to about 10 minutes. So, oh, and we have a coolant leak as well. I noticed while we were underneath, somebody replaced the lower coolant hose on the car, and the clamps are a little loose. So, yeah, we got to fix that too. We got to fix that. And we got to shorten the one hose up. The Napa hoses always come a little long, and they just shoved it on there, and it's not sitting in the bracket correctly. So we got to fix that. We'll do that later, though. We'll put that on the list. We'll put that up on the whiteboard. I'm going to start a nice list on the whiteboard. But just hearing it run and seeing it not puke its oil everywhere is a positive thing. Just one more, like, reason or reminder I don't have to scrap this one, or I'm not, this isn't going to be a parts car. I'm excited. She's going on the road. She will be on the road, and very, very soon. It's getting late. What time is it?
It's almost 9 o'clock. I gotta get this mess cleaned up because I gotta go inside, get little man to bed. I need to get a shower, and I need to get ready for work tomorrow. But a win is a win, and I'll take it. So I'll see you guys. Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll be back out here Saturday on it, which I'll be just in a few moments for you, but it'll be almost 2 days for me. So see you Saturday. All right, guys. So I lied. This is gonna be the end of the video. As you can see, Red Beast is out of the garage. She's up on jack stands. Oil leak all squared away. Very happy with that. We have some other things to contend to. Coolant leaks, a belt, just some odds and ends. And big thing is exhaust and brakes. Those are gonna be the big things. I did order the exhaust components today. They are on their way. Need a belt and a tensioner. Oh, you probably can't read this because it's all backwards, but belt and a tensioner, brakes, pads and rotors. I don't know what the rear needs yet. Sway bar end links. We got to do the exhaust, which that's on its way. I got to fix the center cap, so we'll talk about that in the next video. I will leave you guys with a little shot of her with the new rims and tires. I will at least end this video off. You guys get to see a picture of her with the new rims and tires. Gotta fix the lower radiator hose and the heater hose. Those are the big things we gotta do. And then once that list is knocked out, we can go take it for a drive. I'm excited. Go drive it for a couple days, and then it's gonna get put right back up on the jack stands, and I'm gonna bag it. Because why not? Yeah. And guys, see at the beginning of this video, kind of redid the intro to the video. My good friends, Eric and Chantel, have started a Instagram brand, hoping to get it lit off and get it out in the world, lowered into the grave. It's her, hers, and his lowrider. Got two worlds colliding, and well, I'm all about lowriders and hearses. Yeah. Go follow them on Instagram. Awesome people. Chantel's Instagram's up there, and lowered into the grave is in there on the intro there. And I will post the links to that in the video description. It will always be in the description of the videos now. So yeah, go check them out. And as always, thank you for watching. I will try to get another video out beginning of next week. Big thing I'm waiting on is that exhaust to show up. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got for now. So here's a couple pictures of Delia on the new rims and tires. I'll give you just real quick here. Come on. Not that side, not that side. She doesn't look good on that side. Not yet, anyway. Oh, yeah. Some OG Astro Supremes.
The